From the teaching, reaching, caring, and sharing news desk, this is Harvest News. Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news. We begin this week's newscast with an eyewitness report. Harvest Church played a role in some of the big events at this year's Wisconsin and Northern Michigan District Summit. Pastor Jerry was in charge of the teller committee, which means he was in charge of counting the votes for the new district superintendent, as well as a new executive presbyter. And all the associate pastors here at Harvest Church helped collect the votes and count them as well. So Pastor Jerry was the first to announce that John Davis, pastor at Poplar Creek Church in New Berlin, was elected to be our new district superintendent. Later that evening, outgoing Superintendent Larry Levy placed a symbolic mantle of leadership on Davis, who was expected to take office in June. That same night, three of your pastors, Pastors Bruce and Rebecca Burford and Pastor Kent Van Horn, were recognized as licensed ministers during a credentialing ceremony. All three are District School of Ministry participants. Let's hear it for our new licensed pastors. And Harvest Church was recognized as one of the top churches in the nation when it comes to supporting the Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. This is your award, ladies and gentlemen of Harvest Church. And now a report on the Osborne family, our missionaries to Ukraine.
Hi, we're the Osbornes, and God has called us to plant international churches in Eurasia Northwest. The international people are made up of a whole bunch of different areas of culture, from refugees to people who are involved in diplomacy, to people involved in the military, to people who are students or teachers at a university.
Knowing that this population is growing has absolutely captured our hearts.
This population, though, in general, doesn't have the ability to go to a church locally where they feel at home. And in fact, they are craving community.
And we believe that God has equipped us and given us experience in church planting to be able to go into the international population, create a sense of community, and share the gospel with a group of people who may have never had the opportunity to hear about God's love for them.
Wendy and Jeremy and their children Tia, Tobin, and Ivana have relocated from Kiev to Odessa, where they are involved in a number of projects. They're helping to develop a Christian school in Odessa and are working to complete 3 buildings that will serve as a retreat center for Ukrainian veterans. The Osbornes also report that Special Touch Ministries is beginning to make its presence felt in Odessa. Prayer requests for the Osbornes include continued favor with national church leadership there as they develop relationships and work more closely together. Special funds, guidance, and blessings for the Ukraine Veterans Retreat Center. Special favor for the new Special Touch Ukraine program for disabled children and their caregivers. Wisdom as they proceed with an international church planting project. And a supernatural boost in their ability to speak and understand Russian, the language spoken in Ukraine. Heart groups start up again tonight. This session will focus on the 8 truths of the gospel, and over the next 6 weeks we'll discuss what those truths mean for our lives and memorize those truths to share with others. Pastor Kent will lead the Sunday night group in Poinet, beginning at 5:30 p.m. Pastor Rebecca will lead the Tuesday night heart group in DeForest, beginning at 6:30 p.m., and the Sun Prairie group has moved to Tuesday night as well, beginning at 6:30 p.m. The Sun Prairie group begins with a potluck meal. It's not too late to sign up for this session of heart groups. You can also see Pastor Kent for more information. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the teaching, reaching, caring, and sharing news desk, this is Pastor Vaughn reminding you to love God and love people. Pastor Jerry is next.